we have this really cool new feature where patients can make payments directly on your practice website. There are two main types. One's where you set the fee and the service, and then the patient has no choice. If they're making payment, that's what they're making payment for, such as prescription requests or admin requests. And then we have a new general payment where a patient can specify the amount and what the service is for. So let's do that second one first because it's new and it's probably the most useful and it's the one most asked for by practices recently. So this is your billing dashboard, of course. Up on the top here, you go to where you settings payment, settings section, and then you click on website payments. So as you may be familiar, the left-hand side is how you edit the different widgets, which are little payment windows, and the right-hand side is a preview. So we kind of let you interact with what a widget might look like here as you're building it on the left. So prescription, you can see I've got a bunch of test ones here. The prescription request ones are default, and then the general payment one, which I'm going to show you now, is also a default one as well, which you can switch on or off. Let's jump into it. So you can see that this is the general payment widget. It's active. We're calling it as it's displayed to patients general payment. I might change that to general. You might want to change the name to general practice payment. And you can see it's changing on the right hand side. Whoops, it's changing on the right hand side there. So update it. I'm happy for email. So we do a belt and braces approach where, as well as coming through to the transaction page, we send an email out with a summary of the request as well, so you'll never miss it. I can save that. And if I wanted to add some additional text here on the final page, I could do that too. I could add in, see the one on the right here, but I'll turn that off for the moment. So let's go to the link. So I can copy the link. Remember, you can copy a link uniquely to that individual payment type, which is the general payment, or I could do one globally to all the different website payments that I have for my practice. So I'm just going to make this one unique to it. And if I go in here and jump to refresh that page, you can see that the title refreshed as well. So this is patients just come to your website, they've clicked on this link, or you've embedded this link, which a lot of practices have done, and they're going to make this kind of generic payment. So Sean, we'll forgive the spelling, 25th of the 11th, 1999, which isn't true, 2573-131. Testing this service, let's say aviation medical. Okay. And let's say they owe you 500 quid. Or let's say 1,500 quid. That's it. They've just put their details in. Now it's going to ask them to put in their seanhiggins@gmail.com. We've got credit card payments. We've got Google and Apple Pay. We've got SEPA payments too, which I've just disabled here at the moment. But I'm going to put in these ones and pay. So €1,500 paid. No thanks. Don't want to say. Don't want to. And that's it. It's done. So the patient gets an email receipt straight away. You get an email confirmation. And then also, if you go into your transaction page here, you'll see on the website payments, you should see a little new icon that comes up on the top here. So these are all where your website transactions go into, and you can action them from here. So they're green because I haven't viewed them yet. Sean Higgins with his mobile number, date of birth. It says what it's for. It's €1,500. Now, I might decide, okay, I'm going to send this task to a colleague. So I'm going to mark it as in process because it's with the GP at the moment, right? So it's not done, it's in process. I'm updating my patient charts. I'm doing whatever it might be. You know, it could be a prescription, whatever it is. That's what I do. And then if I wanted to see more details of what it's for, I can look at the request log here and I can see the details. They can add loads of text to explain what this is. So really, really handy way to have this kind of generic general payment widget up on your website. Flows directly down through here. You get an email alert through there and it's nice and structured. And what's cool is you can also trigger refunds from here as well. The receipts are viewable from there as well. I should view that receipt that's come through. So remember, you can edit all these receipts now as well. You can put in your own logos, you can change the texts, and you can change the layouts and all that kind of stuff. So that's the new general payment where the patient sets the amount and the service that they're paying for. In the other ones, which are more, let's call them more kind of restricted, let's go to another one in website payments here. Here's one that I've built for a prescription request, okay? So a lot of new practices using Pippo now, but for Health One or sites that haven't moved, these prescription requests are still quite useful. You can set the charges for the different patient types. You can put in different amounts. Let's copy the link to that and let's go directly to what this. So let's go directly to what this would look like. So prescription request, you control the text that you want to put in here. You control this image at the top. You control the name. Pretty much all this page again. Sean Higgins. Again, bad spelling. 25th 11th 1980. Let's go 85 this time. Usual doctor test. We ask for the doctor's name because it's required for receipts for people to make their claims. So we always ask for some doctor name to be put in there. Let's say I'm a private patient. If they're a public patient, we'll ask them to confirm their medical card number. But if they're a private patient, we let them straight through. Or maybe this is we were doing a reduced type for a custom patient, which might be €10 for CIE Dublin. And it's for me. So I'm going to put that in here. I put in 085, so 2344444. And click next. Do I have any allergies? No. And then it's going to ask me the medications. I can control in my setup what is optional, what's required. So I put the 30-day supply is required, but the rest of it is optional. So I'd say test medication, 500 milligrams, 2 times TDS, and I need to put in the request. I'll say 21 days. So you can add it in here. And if I wanted to add a second one, I'll say med 2, 200 milligrams to TDS, or so 2, you know what I mean. 20, let's put it 30 days. And that's it in here. And if I wanted to remove one, I can as a patient. I have no allergies. Tell us more about why you need the prescription. You control what text is in there as a little prompt. I'm overdue. And click next. This is the most, and then you can give the patient options to either pick up at the practice or pick up at the pharmacy. You control what their options are. If they put in the pharmacy, I'll say Drake Pharmacy, Kobe. And that's it. It gives them a summary of what they've requested. It shows the text that they've added in. Again, standard payment page. We've set €10 the fee for the CIE patient here. And I'm going to go to Dr. Sean Higgins at gmail.com. I could pay by Google or card, SEPA if you've turned on, although we haven't enabled that for website payments yet. It is for all the other Billington payments, because SEPA can take 3 or 4 days to clear, and you want immediacy with these payments. That's right. So it's card and Google or Apple Pay, which are immediate. I'm going to just put in this test card again and pay my €10. So that's it. Won't remember it. So that's my payment through. The patient gets brought back to the webpage, and then inside your transaction. So the practice has got an email to let them know it's through, and you can see in the website payments and new ones come in. Little 2 icons because there's 2 medications requested. The email address, the mobile number is there for quick view. The patient's date of birth is there as well. It'll always show you the log in terms of the payments. You can refund and view the receipt from there as well. And the cool thing is the details as well. So you can print this out. You can see the details here as well. You could copy and paste that. I could send it off as a task to a GP in the practice or a colleague, and then mark it as complete then once it's done. Let's say the other one is completed. That's it. Fund flow is exactly the same for the rest of the billing payments that come straight in and into your practice bank account. So just to recap, so the new payment types here, you go into settings and then to website payments. The prescription ones and the general ones are there as default. You can build any other one you like. For example, I've built a generic admin request here, which is, a chopped down version of the prescription request. But the difference between these ones that I built here versus the general one is that me as the practice decides what the amounts are that patients choose. Whereas when it comes to the general payment one, the patient choose what it is that they're paying for. So that's it. Have a play around with it. You can enable them, disable them. In order to embed this into your practice website, you just literally go over here, you copy your link, and then if you want to either embed them as individual little payment widgets. So for example, you might just want the prescription payment on one page of your website, and you might want the general payment on the other payment to the website. Then you just give these individual links to the web developer or web designer you have for your website. If you don't care and you want all the widgets in the one place, you just give them this global one once, and then you just copy and paste that in an email to your website designer. They pop it into your website, and away you go. That's it. So into settings, website payments, you'll be able to play around with them here. Remember, it's on the transaction page. It's the second tab of the transaction page that these little website payments go into. And then we have a new area here called support and learning. So I'll have a new article written in here today. So you'll be able to go through this and view all the main points and some images and step throughs as well. Hopefully you find it good. Remember, that's in the settings and in the practice website payment section. You'll be able to play around with it there. Thank you again.